Jamie, welcome and congratulations, I guess.
Thank you. I don't know really how to take that, to be honest. Yeah, I guess part of me is obviously happy that it's kind of definite, but at the same time, yeah, really sad for W Series and really sad not to be doing the last few races. I really, really wanted to go to Austin in Mexico and finish the season and finish it on track. But yeah, it's the way things have happened, and it's unfortunate, but also fortunate that it's kind of fallen my way championship-wise this time.
Yeah, well, I can imagine it's a massive, big, mixed bag of emotions right now because obviously, not exactly the way I'm sure you wanted to end the season. But we've been discussing on the show today just how, let's call it confusing and strange, Max's World Championship title decider was yesterday. And I guess this is possibly even more strange.
I was thinking that. I was watching it yesterday thinking, oh, that's a bit of an anticlimax. And then I feel like this is probably even more so. It's one of those. I mean, I guess down the line, I won't even remember thinking about it like this. But at the same time, you always want to have the best opportunity to win it on track. And yeah, it's just one of those things. It's mixed emotions. I wasn't hoping to be sat at home when finding out I'd won a championship rather than maybe on track. But it's how it falls this time, I guess.
And due to the sort of bizarre nature of the way you found out today, has it sunk in at all, or you feel like you still need to realize what's going on?
Not really. I mean, I think the way the championship had gone this year, it was more favourable, I guess, going into the last few races. I mean, I could have done what I did in Singapore and DNF the last few races, and it could have really fallen away, but it was all going quite well. So I kind of always in the back of my mind had what I felt like a hand on the championship, but to have it confirmed is always a nice feeling. But that said, definitely not sunk in, definitely not something I feel fully aware of at the moment.
From the outside, it certainly looked like W Series, was going from strength to strength in 2022. We had obviously the amazing calendar that we had, and also record viewing figures, and it was going from strength to strength. I mean, how do you reflect on the season in terms of competition on the track, and sort of where this leaves the series in the future?
I see it positively in terms of the series as future. I'm a bit disappointed, honestly, not to be going to Austin, especially because last year I felt the reception W Series got over in America and in Austin, especially was huge. And I think that is important for the series to go to some of these locations and get the response that it's getting, both from the fan base, but also just generally the new audiences that we go to. I really think W Series to be so proud of what they've achieved this season, regardless of how it's finished. Like you said, we've had record-breaking races in terms of viewership at Silverstone. We've had great racing. The series continues to go from strength to strength. Just the nature of the sport means that, financially, it's not easy. And I think the approach that they've taken to obviously miss these next two races with a view to coming back stronger and having, the chance for the series to continue in the best way as possible, I think is definitely the right view, because really the position the series is in my opinion, is still very strong from a brand point of view.
Yeah, and in terms of those next steps, obviously we should just emphasise here that this isn't the end for W Series. It's just that they're going to essentially not race these final three races with the view of coming back stronger next year. What do you see as the future for the series, and what would you like to see happen over the next few months into the winter?
I think that's the thing. The series, in my opinion, the brand, everything that the series stands for is still so strong. Everything that it's done for the drivers that are in the championship currently, myself included, has been hugely valuable, but also in terms of inspiring that next generation, creating the role models, giving the experience to those that are working within the series, not even just as drivers, is so powerful. And I think that's something that they can't lose. It's so strong that they need to take that, and however, they have to structure the business model. It's not something I'm best versed at speaking about, but I think they will have some time off in these few months. And I think the wake-up call I'm hoping from the industry and from outside the industry as well, to come in and support women in the sport and really get behind the series for the right reasons, I think will be a really positive thing.
Well, hopefully it will be a positive thing. But we talked about, the series going from strength to strength. Something else we have to talk about going from strength to strength is you, Jamie. You've had an incredible run in the last 3 years in W Series. You've had 11 victories, 10 pole positions, 18 podiums, and now 3 World W Series championships. What do you have to say about your performance over the last 3 years?
Yeah, it's nice hearing it, I guess, on paper. It's been a really good few years, and a few years that honestly it's just been, I'm going to look back with such fond memories, because from the start of it, Naomi, from when we were in Hockenheim for the first race to now being in Singapore, it's just amazing how far the series has come. And I think to be able to develop with that and learn so much from myself as a driver, but also personally, to be able to come out of it and continue to progress has been so valuable. And I really hope and believe that it's put me in a really strong place now going forwards.
Okay, well, talking about going forwards, I know that this is probably a question you have to answer so often, but I think it is the million-dollar question that everyone wants to ask you is, what is next for Jamie Chadwick? And we just had Mario on the show just before you, and we know you did an Indy Lights test with Andretti. So is there something there in the future, or what are your plans exactly?
Potentially. I mean, nothing's confirmed yet, but I did the test with the Andretti guys and it was awesome. I really enjoyed driving the car, really love working with the team. I think the kind of Indy Lights, IndyCar route, I think Road to Indy it's called, is really, really cool for young drivers, a big opportunity over there. So yeah, it's looking interesting. Nothing confirmed yet. Like I said, it's nice to now be in a position where I'm looking really positively at these options going forwards, but nothing confirmed, but really looking forward to sort of trying to get things nailed in for the next year anyway.
Okay, well, we definitely wish you the best for the future. But firstly, go and celebrate. Go and celebrate, Jamie. Hopefully we'll be able to crack open a bottle of champagne tomorrow and have a glass together.
Exactly. Maybe that's what we need to do. I need to ground some W Series troops and celebrate with the W Series family, I think.